Have you ever looked into a mirror and felt like something was off? Like your reflection didn't move exactly when you did? Tonight's story will stay with you long after the screen goes dark. Because this isn't about ghosts and old houses or shadows in the woods. This is about something you look at every single day. Your own reflection. What if one night, it smiled? Just a little too late. It started small. So small that I almost ignored it. One evening after work, I stood in the bathroom brushing my teeth, staring at myself the way everyone does when their mind is tired and empty. I blinked, and for half a second, my reflection blinked after me. I laughed it off. Eyes get tired, brains glitch. Mirrors don't lie, right? I rinsed my mouth, turned off the light, and went to bed without thinking twice about it. Before we go any further, if you enjoy slow burn psychological horror stories that creep into your thoughts instead of jumping out at you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Equal Story. It really helps the channel grow, and it lets you know when the next nightmare drops. Now back to the mirror. The next morning, it happened again. I leaned close to the mirror while fixing my hair, and when I raised my hand, my reflection followed, but not perfectly. There was a delay, tiny, almost nothing, less than a blink, but I felt it in my stomach before my mind could explain it. I pulled my hand back fast, heart racing. My reflection did the same. Late, I stepped back and laughed, louder this time, like laughter could scare the feeling away. Get some sleep, I muttered to myself. Days passed, and the delay grew. Still subtle, still easy to deny, but once you notice something like that, you can't unsee it. I started testing it, turning my head quickly, raising my eyebrows, snapping my fingers. Every time, my reflection copied me just a fraction of a second after I moved. Friends would tell me I looked tired. I stopped telling anyone what was happening. How could I? What was I supposed to say? Hey, my reflection is lagging. One night, around 2 a.m., I woke up thirsty and walked into the bathroom without turning on the lights. The mirror was dark, but I could still see my outline. As I reached for the switch, my reflection lifted its hand first. I froze. The silence felt thick, like the air had weight. Slowly, I raised my hand again. This time, my reflection didn't move at all. It just stared back at me. I turned on the light so fast it hurt my eyes. Everything snapped back to normal. Perfect synchronization. I stood there breathing hard, telling myself it was just shadows, just fear, just my imagination running wild in the dark. But deep down, I knew something had changed. The mirror wasn't copying me anymore. It was watching. From that night on, the delay stopped being subtle. It became obvious. When I smiled, my reflection waited, then smiled wider. When I frowned, it copied me slowly, like it was learning how my face worked. I avoided mirrors as much as I could, but that's harder than you think. Bathrooms, store windows, car mirrors, phone screens, everywhere I went, I felt like I was being followed by myself. The first time it smiled without me, I dropped my phone. I was washing my hands, staring at my own tired face, when my reflection's lips curled upward on their own. I wasn't smiling. I couldn't even move. That smile stayed there, stretched and wronged, until I backed away. Only then did it fade, like it had made a mistake and corrected it. I stopped sleeping. Every reflective surface felt dangerous. I covered mirrors with towels. I turned pictures face down. Even black screens made me uneasy. And through it all, I kept wondering the same thing. If my reflection wasn't me, then what was it? One evening while scrolling through videos, I landed on Eco Story, playing softly in the background. A narrator talked about identity, about how fear doesn't always come from the outside. I almost clicked away, but something about it felt familiar. Comforting, even. Like someone else understood what it meant to be afraid of yourself. That night I slept for the first time in days, until I woke up to laughter. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, it sounded like it was coming from the bathroom. I lay in bed, frozen, listening. The laugh stopped the moment I sat up. I told myself not to go in there. I told myself mirrors don't make sounds. I told myself a lot of things. None of them mattered. I walked to the bathroom anyway. The mirror was uncovered. I don't remember pulling the towel down, but there it was, on the floor. In the mirror, my reflection stood straight, smiling calmly, confidently. I raised my hand, it didn't move. It raised its hand instead, slowly, deliberately, like it was showing me something, like it was testing control. Then it spoke, not out loud, not with sound. Its lips moved, and somehow, I understood the words anyway. I'm ready. The room spun. I stumbled back, hitting the wall. When I looked again, the reflection was copying me perfectly, eyes wide, mouth open in fear. It looked scared. It looked like me. The next few days were a blur. I avoided mirrors completely, but the feeling followed me, like something was counting down. Waiting, the delays came back, worse than before. Sometimes my reflection wouldn't move for seconds. Sometimes it would move and I didn't. And sometimes it would smile while I slept, reflected in the dark screen of my phone. I realized the truth too late. The reflection wasn't trapped in the mirror. The night it happened, I stood in front of the mirror one last time. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted answers. Maybe I wanted to end it. My reflection looked calm, peaceful, more real than I felt. I moved my hand. It didn't follow. Instead, it stepped closer to the glass. So did I, or at least, I thought I did. The last thing I saw was my reflection, smiling perfectly timed as the world behind the glass closed in around me. Now, when you look in the mirror and everything feels normal, remember this story. Remember how small the delay was at first. And if one day your reflection smiles just a little too late, don't smile back. If this story made you uneasy, leave a comment and tell me what you would do in that situation. Would you keep looking? Or would you cover every mirror in your house? Share this video with someone who loves psychological horror, and make sure you stay connected with EcoStory for more stories that don't just scare you, they stay with you.